welcome to the Come Together Hub podcast. My name's Georgia, this is Matty, Carl and Josh. We're going to have a little discussion about life in recovery and why we stay and keep coming back and, you know, what it gives us. So, go on, Carl.
Why Carl? But,
You just look like you didn't want to talk, so I thought...
Okay, this is something that, you know, I've had a conversation with people about loads of times. And, you know, something that really resonated with me during the conversation I've had recently is I can remember when I first got clean and, you know, after the withdrawals finished and I started to sort of be in and around recovery and living life without drugs. And, you know, I've got to honestly say that at that time, you know, all I could say was, oh, this is a bit better than it was and the way I was feeling. But the longer I stay clean, and like if I look at my life now compared to what it was a year ago, I'm more comfortable in that life. I'm not saying that recovery is about what I get. I'm not saying it's about the external stuff. I'm saying I deal with life better the longer I stay clean, and I'm able to deal with circumstances. So from 1 year clean to 2 years clean, you know, even at 2 years clean, my life, I don't like saying my life had improved because it's irrelevant, but the way I dealt with life and the way my life had improved, and that's down to the effort I put into life. But you know, now that I'm 4 years clean and I look back at 3 years clean, I'm even more comfortable in life. I'm comfortable in what I've got. My life's still improving. And that's one of the reasons that I keep coming back. And also, I'm under no illusion that I still need to be working a program of recovery to remain free from drugs. Because I do believe that I would slowly start to spiritually unpick to the point where life became that uncomfortable that I'd be backed into a corner and my best thinking would be to use again. So it's not just about staying clean, although that is the underline why I do meetings and why I go to fellowship. The bottom line of that is staying clean, but I keep coming back because my life's getting better. I'm getting better at life the longer I stay clean, because I wasn't used to dealing with life without using drugs. I didn't know how to. When I first came into recovery, I didn't know how to function without drugs because I'd never done it for so long. You know, I didn't know how to deal with anything because I'd never dealt with anything. And the more things I deal with and the more challenges I overcome and the more I sit through uncomfortable feelings, work through uncomfortable feelings and work through difficult situations, I don't know, the better I'm getting at it, but the more adept I'm getting at dealing with situations in life. So yeah, that's probably why I keep coming back.
Yeah, like for me, especially, like, you know, the primary reason is to stay clean, you know, and that's sort of like your first year in recovery or your first couple of years in recovery. It's getting that foundation, getting the routine, getting the balance of, now this is a part of my life, concrete, most important part of my life, but it's also a bridge to normal living, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you start getting stuff back in your life, your families, you start finding out what you like, and it just gives you the ability to live life. You know, and like you just spoke about then, be able to deal with it in a more healthy way. And it becomes easier. You know, definitely the problems that sort of I had last year in dealing with relationships, I found very, very difficult. And I found most of the time I was going down a rabbit hole of tit for tat. I'm right, you're wrong. You know, because I hadn't really learned about how to sort of deal with relationships or life, and now, you know, it's I get myself out the way. Do you know what I mean? There's a right way and a wrong way to deal with stuff, and you continue to learn and grow. So if I stop doing what I'm doing, I'm either going to stay exactly where I am and nothing's going to change, or I'm going to go backwards, and I'm going to revert back to type in all the sort of learnt behaviour that I had in my addiction.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Like I sort of pulled away recently for a few weeks, and then my head was all over me. Started like resenting everyone again, resenting NA as a whole, people that was in it, and it was me. What the issue was. The only thing I wasn't doing, I felt like I was back in my first 30 days, me trying to fill that void around like women or food, or the only thing I wasn't doing was using. But like getting back into the meetings and stuff again, like trying to go out of town, try and mix it up a bit, like makes you realise how far you have come, because you can forget where you've come from, and it's a reminder. Like I didn't see my little girl for 3 years. I'd lost all relationships with my family and stuff, and you get complacent, take the foot off the gas, because I'd forgot that I'd got all these. It just become the norm again. Like I'd got all this back, and it had never left. You know what I mean? But I have to come back and listen to other people sharing about them not seeing the kids, or not having these things in life. Not the material things, but like the peace, like hope and all that sort of stuff, and trying to the best of my ability, try and get a message across from like losing everything to getting things back now. I think that's a big part of like keep coming, because you can help other people still suffering addicts and stuff. Yeah, it's a difficult journey though. Like it's not just straightforward. It is a marathon, and I'm still going to do it for the rest of my life. I still don't like admitting it, but I do have to do it, because without this I won't have the things I've got today. That's what I do, like, keep coming back.
Your ideas of fun change as well, don't they? Do you know what I mean? Like in addiction, my idea of fun was going down the pub and getting as pissed as I could, as fast as I could, and not remembering a single thing. And I used to think that was like great, you know, but I didn't realise like I wasn't having fun. Do you know what I mean? I was dying on the couch for days afterwards. I had no clue of what I'd done and who I'd hurt and what I'd said. And I felt just like awful afterwards. Yeah, it was fun for like the first 10 minutes when I was like getting it all in, but you know, it wasn't fun. And now we go out, we've got plans to go holidays, Alton Towers. I know I went Alton Towers. I was scared to go on any kind of like, to go to any theme park or any rides or anything like that. And now I absolutely love it. I think the first time I got on when I was clean, I was like, yes, it's like the best adrenaline rush ever. And it's like your ideas of fun completely change. You know, just going out for coffee, you know, or I don't know. I wouldn't say I like jogging or exercising or anything like that, because I don't. But I like going out for food, you know, just doing normal stuff.
I always think it's easy to compare like recovery to addiction. It's easy to like look back and go, this life is totally different to that. What's not always easy is to recognise in the here and now, right now, what I've got. Right. So I bumped into a mate on Monday night who I've not seen for a little while, and back in 2016 we went to Slovenia, and we was just like reminiscing about like back then, do you know, like and what we were saying was we was happy, joyous and free and didn't even know it. Right, so we didn't even know what we had back then, do you know what I mean? And I don't even know exactly what I've got right here, right now. And so this isn't about, I keep coming to recovery because I don't want to go back. It's now I'm at the point where I keep coming because it's like I'm on the edge of glory here. You know what I mean? And I don't want to lose the opportunity, because I know, like, it feels like regardless of time in, it feels like we're just starting. Regardless of time, it doesn't matter if you're a week, a year, or 10 years. It doesn't matter. It's like I'm on the edge. You know what I mean? So we have a saying in Narcotics Anonymous, and we say, please don't leave before the miracle happens. Now I always think like I'm the type of guy who'd leave just as the miracle was about to happen. So that's why I like to think that I'm on the edge of glory. I'm on the edge, just like some more amazing things happening. Do you know what I mean? So it's not about like, oh, let's stay because it's better than that, because it's obvious that it's better than that. Do you know what I mean? I stay because it's like there's more coming, because we're talking about endless possibilities. You know, like and one thing I always like to think about is, so when we have these milestones like clean time anniversaries and stuff like that, like when you hit a milestone and you pause and you reflect, this is what I do every year, and I'm coming up to a clean time birthday, so like when it comes to it, I look back over the year and all the things that's happened in this last year. I didn't have one clue that it was going to happen, not a fucking clue. So what makes me think I know what's going to happen next year? I've not got a clue. So I'm excited and I'm enthusiastic now, about staying, even in times when, because come on, you've got to be like, I've got to be authentic and honest. Like, sometimes I go to some places for me recovery and think, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? Like, our mates, I said it in the meeting the other night, he pointed something out that's written in our literature somewhere. He said it's in the Living Clean book. And what he says is, he said, the good news is, because there is good news, the good news is that there's hope. The bad news is that the word it. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes you look around and think, I'm putting my life on you, you know what I mean? You know, but like, it works, doesn't it? You know, like, I believe what I read in Narcotics Anonymous literature, and what it says is that addicts live secret lives, right? And for me, when I'm living a secret life, it slowly but surely, well, quite quickly actually, isolates me from the rest of the humanity, do you know what I mean? And when I'm on my own, right, I'm lacking in understanding, and I think people don't understand me, and I don't understand why people are happy, joyous and free. I'm looking out at other people and going, fucking, what have you got to laugh about, what have you got to smile, you know what I mean, why, you know what I mean? And then people, like, over my, this is my experience, when people have tried to help me, when I've been in that state of mind, it's like so difficult to get out of it, you know what I mean, because I'm lacking in motivation. And once I start this journey, motivation carries me, and it's like, I don't want to stop, because I don't want to go backwards to the place where I find it really difficult to go to meetings, or I find it really difficult to answer the phone, or do a bit of step work or whatever, do you know what I mean? So momentum carries me, and me and Carl talk about this, or we have done a lot over the years. It's like, I don't think about going to meetings anymore. I've conceded to that idea that that's what I do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it takes away that battle, because I can have an internal battle, and it's like arguing with a fool. No one, I'm never winning it. You never win an argument with a fool. And when I start having that internal battle within me, going, shall I or shan't I, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I accept these are the things that I do, and it takes away that energy of having to think about it and battle with it. You know what I mean? And it's like, here we are.
Yeah, there's the other side of it that we've not discussed about, and one thing that recovery's taught me, and it's not about what other people do, this is personal to me in the way I see recovery. It's taught me about responsibility and obligation, and it's taught me to step up and be responsible. You know, I was broken when I came into recovery, completely broken, didn't know how to get out, didn't know a way out, and I was shown by people who cared enough to show me. So for me, and I'm not dictating what other people and how they should look at it, but for me, I know, because I am someone who thrives on responsibility.
Yeah.
If I've got responsibility that I know I can step up to, I thrive on that as an individual. And I believe that I have now got a responsibility for other addicts to give them what was given to me. I'm duty bound. No one's saying I've got to. No one's telling me I'm duty bound. I have decided that I am duty bound to turn up at meetings to help other people.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you something around that? Because this is really important for me to understand this. And this is human nature, because we are social beings. So without addiction, as a human being, we're social beings. Now, I know a little bit about how I tick. I will let myself down 99% of the time. As soon as I become responsible to carry this message, I'm in. I'm all in, because this is like all or nothing. Because that's the reality for me. I don't know what you do or anyone else. Well, it knows what some people do, but for me, it's like I'm either in or I'm out. There's no sitting on the fence. You know what I mean? Because if I'm half in, I'm all out. If that makes sense.
That just becomes part of it as well, though, doesn't it? You just that's just what you do.
Responsibility taught me at the start of my recovery to turn up.
Yeah.
It taught me now I'm responsible, because I'm not going to sit and say I want to walk into every meeting I go into. There's times when, you know, I don't want to be going because I'm not in the mood, but my responsibility gets me there anyway, because like Matty's just said, I don't negotiate.
Yeah.
But there's times when I've got a commitment, I'll turn up through commitment only.
Yeah.
And it will be the commitment that's getting me there. Because, you know, I'm the same as Matty. I'm turning up. I don't negotiate. It's happening. But it doesn't mean I want to.
Yeah.
If I'm being really true to myself, I don't really want to. But through my commitment and responsibility, I'm going anyway.
Well, I heard someone said, just before we finish, I heard someone say, like, a long time ago, And I didn't really understand it at the time when they said it, but over time it kind of made sense. And they said in a meeting, they said, I've got loads of reasons not to come here tonight. And fucking hell, I feel this now, like, before I even say it. But every one of them reasons Narcotics Anonymous gave me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm
Wouldn't have
duty
any of
bound
it
to
without
turn
it.
up.
Yeah, but thanks, guys. We'll leave it there for today. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, subscribe, follow.
Thanks.